Right, hi everybody and welcome back to Lundy's Wild Camp Stroke Bushcraft. Thanks for clicking onto the video, it's well appreciated. And today I've come back out to my local permission woods to do a little bit more work on my bushcraft shelter and put a little bit of an extension on it. So as you can see, everything's fine and dandy. Obviously I've put the pot hanger back up and hung my mallet on the outer side because I'm going to clear a little bit of this out. But my main task, I was thinking about it when I left the last time, and what I'm thinking is this little area here would be absolutely ideal to make another little bit of a shelter or a wood storage area, and also it would stop the wind coming from that direction as well. So as you can see, there's plenty of room underneath it. It's nice and solid. I've tested it for everything, and around the back end here you've got another bit of a log coming down, so I can lean bits over the top of here and then block it off down at that end there, and then just fill it with loads of foliage, and that would be a massive area for someone to crawl into in a bivvy bag and spend the night, possibly Rooney. So as you can see, it's another absolutely glorious day here. I just love it up here, it's great. But anyway, let's get cracking. Okay then, so as you can see, the foraging for dead fallen bits of tree is coming on sweet as a nut. Over the top end there, there's a couple of big trees being down for a while, and just behind the holly bush up there. So all I'm doing is going over and getting the limbs. Dead easy to find, pick up. I haven't even had to get me saw out yet. All I've got is my backhoe Laplander saw and my MSK knife for the day. So I've got no no axes, no bow saws or anything. Didn't think I would need them, to be quite honest. And it's just an abundance of stuff lying around on the outer skirts of the woods. Over the back end there on the ridge, there's absolutely tons of it there as well, so I'll just forage a bit more from over there, and then we'll start getting it processed. So next step. Okay then, so you can see I've cleared all the bits of debris away from the ground, so it's nice and flattish. Obviously we'll build that up with dead leaves once we get the roof on. As you can see, I've started putting a couple of bits in. Obviously I put this nice big thick large bit at the end here, because what we'll do is we'll lean some branches coming down this way just to block that entrance off, and then we'll have a few more long bits come along until they go up to the edge of where the fallen tree is snapped, and then we'll just build along the top with smaller items, and then crisscross a couple of smaller items again just to fill up the gaps, and then we'll start filling it up. So all I need to do now is move around to this side and start cutting all these bits of branches. I've just found this dead tree here. As you can see, there's loads of little small branches that's going to be ideal for getting the fire started and that. But as you can see at the far end, it's all been rotten. Alright, so we'll be able to neutralise the main part, and then the smaller parts will be getting used for filling in the gaps and also doing starting fires as well. As you can see, the roof's starting to take shape now. All the dead bits, it's actually better wood on this bit than what it is on the main part. But yeah, so it's looking really good at the minute. Obviously I need to get some more gaps here filled up, and then start filling the little gaps up with all the little branches I've got over the back end there. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to get some of these bits of rotten logs that you can see here. I'm going to smash them up, and then I'm just going to start filling all this bottom gap up with them, and then just pile absolutely loads of leaves on. Same with this bit here, and that's also that'll block the entrance off that goes into the side of my shelter as well, so that'll be happy days like. So, and then obviously once I get all that done, what I'll do is I'll bring you back again, and then we'll have a look and see how it goes. And then obviously we've got this end here just to get as much big stuff lent up against there as possible to make a wall there, and then we'll just fill that up with leaves as well. Oh, I just love doing I nearly swore there. I just love doing things like this, and it's good for the soul, isn't it? And on a absolutely cracking day again, hitting lucky with the weather, so in a couple of days I'll be back out again. Okay then, so next stage done. So looking from the underside, as you can see, all the bottom end there is blocked off all the way around, all the gaps right up the top end next to where the end of my shelter is. So what I'll do is we'll just have a quick look up on the top. There you go. Okay, that's the top end all done as well. We'll take a look from the other side. Let's see what it looks like. So here we have it then. So you can see all I'm using is all the rotten bits of wood again, but the big chunky bits these, and I've just filled up all that back gap there. And all the little bits that I pulled over earlier on to use as fire starting stuff, I've just snapped it all up and put it up on the top here, just to cause a bit of a web on the top. And then all I need to do now is just collect loads of leaves and start filling it up. And as you can see, all the big chunks of rotten wood, that was a big line of rotten log down there, I've just broke it up and then shoved it in the big hole underneath, and that's caused a perfect seal there. And then obviously if I've got any time left, I'll just put loads more leaves over that as well, and that'll just keep that protected a bit as well. So that's happy days, that like. The time's getting on now. I haven't got a watch on as I've just looked at my phone. I think it's about 12:30 already. The day is just flying by like. Sat talking to a young lad who came into the woods. He comes in here every now and again with his dog, so I sat talking to him for a little bit as well. But anyway, yeah, it's looking good. So, and what I've done is I've brought myself a nice comfy chair out the day instead of sitting on the log, and I just wanted to test it out as well to see what it's like for sitting in. But obviously, as you can see, it's a little bit too high to sit under the shelter, so it won't be coming back. But it's nice to have a nice comfy seat though, isn't it? So today what we've got is, I've went and brought a Trangia set out that I've never used for absolutely donkey's years. Well, I think last time I used this I was down at Bellissima, and that was a long time ago. It was a few years ago now. So this here actually belonged to my wife. She used to use this for cooking all the time when she was in the TA, and as you can see, it's the old style one, so still in absolutely amazing condition because she looked after it really well. So obviously on the top you've got the lid stroke frying pan, you've got a chopping board and a sieve lid, which I melted the last time I was using it, because I've like a numpty, I put it on top of a pan when it was still burning, and it's getting boiled, I mean, so don't tell the wife. Inside they've got the grips to pick the pans up, and inside there we've got the actual fuel burner itself, still in the traditional bag that it come in. And then obviously inside you get two bowls, which was spotless when I first started using it, but then obviously I like me pools and me pans and that to be a little bit dark. And then obviously you've got the actual bit that goes on the bottom. We take this strap out. Obviously we've got the base of it, which is the windbreak. I think you can put a gas stove into here as well through this little hole. So all you do is you just get this bit, it's got like little lugs on it on here and then fittings on there. You just put that on till it goes on, turn it up, turn it too much it'll come off, and then that's that connected up. Then you've got these little things inside where you can put obviously a frying pan onto the top, okay, with your burner inside, and then if you're cooking on a pot, you just put them in over and then the pot holds up like that. Last time I used this, I was absolutely blowing a gale and this worked a treat. So this is the cooking system that I'm going to be using today, and all that I'm going to be cooking a basic meal. I'm just going to be cooking, drag me bag over, I've got a couple of things in there for another video to make, but today all I'm going to be cooking is, I've got a pepperoni to munch on now because I'm getting a little bit peckish, which is the hot spicy one, and then I've just got a smoked sausage with a hint of garlic, and then I've got some curry super noodles. That's it. Nice, basic, easy, quick meal to make, but we'll see how quick it goes on the Trangia. All right, so let's get it set up and get some dinner on, and then I can crack on and do other things. And what I can do as well, because the bowls are nice and big, I can boil enough water to make a nice cup of tea as well, and then put my noodles in. Happy days. And then obviously I forgot to mention that I've actually got a little bag here just to stop it leaking if it did, but I don't think these do. And I've got a nice little Trangia fuel bottle, chocolate block, so there's my fuel as well. So here we have it then. So this is the original Trangia burner that actually comes with it as well. You can see it's got the nice big T on the back, and it's looking old now. Like, obviously you've got the bit here for the simmer lid, and also for the plonk on to put it off. Then the main one itself, try not to ever put that on because it just breaks the seal and you end up knacking it. So then I've got this fuel bottle here. I think all you do is undo that, press it in, pour the liquid out, leave it for a couple of seconds and let it, because obviously it's got another bit inside. It's got like a main hole, and then it seeks through to the secondary wall, and it fills up, and that's where the flame comes through these little holes here once it gets going properly. So I think that should be enough fuel there. So fasten the lid, plonk this in the hole, and before I get going with setting it alight, get my pan ready, a bottle of water, plenty of water in. I think there's too much in there actually. Get a dead twig. See. That one will do. Dip it into the fuel itself and set the twig alight. Well, if it stays alight like in the wind. And then put that into the actual fuel itself. I don't know if you can see. Turn this down a bit. Yeah, that's a light. I'll put it on my fire area. And then obviously I've got that light there now, so there's no point in wasting any of the heat. Just clean off the bottom of the pan, place that in, and then that's my water on. Oh, happy days like. We'll see how long that takes to boil. Be a lot slower than a fire or a gas stove, but I've got a few hours, so I'm in a hurry. Okay then, so that hasn't taken very long at all. It took about 5 minutes, if that, to boil a full pan, so that's happy days that like. So I've got my brew kit and all that ready. So all I'm going to do is, I'm going to leave the stove on. I'm just going to get some of this water out. Fill my cup up, and then all you need a small bit of water in there. And anyway, you can see it's got a good flame that like. Yeah, happy days like. So put my cup on the table, let that stew for a little bit, and then I've got my bits of sausage. I'm just going to put them in the pan. And obviously the water, I'll get back up to heat again. Start boiling, get these boiled off for a little bit. And also I've never put the lid on it as well, so obviously it would have boiled a lot quicker with the lid on, I think. Let's yeah, the wind's starting to pick up a little bit, but obviously I'm protected by the shelter itself. Oops, excuse me, like something got in the way there. That's me brew done. I'm just putting all my rubbish in the fire pit for now, and I'll pick it up later. Oh, nice cup of Rosie Lee, finest of Yorkshire tea. Yeah, I can't even drink that, it's just too hot. But anyway, I'll put it on my little side table there. Ding. And I'm going to let this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the water boil a bit and let these bits of sausages sort themselves out. Actually, they'll be alright down there, like that I think actually. But what I've got now is some curried super noodles. I've already crushed them, so all I'm going to do now is just add them to the pot. Get a hold of the curry sauce bit, put that over there. The handle, because I don't want to be touching that actual pot because it'll be hot. And then, sorry about the hand. Then all I'm going to do is, I'm just going to stir them in without trying to drop any. There's enough water in there to get them going. And I'm up at about if there's any water left. I'm just going to add the curry sauce straight away. Oh, I've just spilt half of it. Aye, spilled half of it there on the floor. Oh, never mind. Oh, I think some of it's just blown up into my face. Just give that a bit of a mix. And it's quite a nice, quick and easy meal to make. And yeah, I'm impressed with this stove. The last time I used that, I said I was going to keep on using it, but it is quite bulky and quite heavy compared to taking out just like a jet boil or a normal gas stove. There you go. We'll just let that simmer away. Like I say, there's enough water in there. Alright, there's enough water in there because we don't want it watery in any way when all the noodles are done. That's it. Oh, one very easy meal to make out in the woods. Hassle free. Anyway, I'm gonna get me brew and I'm gonna have my food and I'll see you in a bit. Right, unfortunately I'm gonna have to cut this short. I've got an emergency going on at home that I need to deal with. So I've quickly packed up everything. I've got my rubbish and that inside my Bergen, and I'll just have to leave everything the way it is. Obviously finish off the shelter at a later date, but in any rate I've achieved quite a lot in any rate, so but needs must, and I need to go home like. So I'll see what this video is like, and I might just put it out as a short video, or I might just extend it onto another one that I'm going to be doing in a couple of days time in any rate. But in any rate, if I've put it out as a oneer, hopefully it's been enjoyable for you, and I'll catch you on the next one, I'm afraid. See you later. Ta-ra.